Megyn Kelly explains why Gisele Bündchen decided to leave Tom Brady. Everyone loved celebrity couples, especially those who had stood the test of time. Being in a relationship is never easy, but it can become even more difficult when the couple is in the public eye. They were a constant subject of scrutiny, and with every move they made, people wanted to know about it. Fans get thrilled when they see their favorite couples holding hands or going out on a date. They became excited when couples posted updates about their relationship. However, once they ended their romance, fans also felt devastated and heartbroken. This was what fans of Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen felt. They were a powerful couple, they made a beautiful family, and they had overcome so many challenges already that fans had a hard time accepting their breakup. What really happened in their relationship? Did someone cheat? In October of this year, the couple got divorced, ending their 13-year marriage. Both had been very successful in their respective careers. Fans looked at them and could not help but admire two powerful individuals who have reached success while being in a relationship. The couple confirmed their divorce on their Instagram accounts, and it was a mutual decision. Court dockets in Tampa, Miami, and West Palm Beach did not release a divorce petition to the public right away. The couple could file for divorce in any county in Florida. Tom posted on his Instagram story that the divorce was an amicable decision. He wrote, "In recent days, my wife and I finalized our divorce from one another after 13 years of marriage. We arrived at this decision amicably and with gratitude for the time we spent together. We are blessed with beautiful and wonderful children who will continue to be the center of our world in every way. We will continue to work together as parents to always ensure they receive the love and attention they deserve. We arrived at this decision to end our marriage after much consideration. Doing so is, of course, painful and difficult, like it is for many people who go through the same thing every day around the world. However, we only wish the best for each other as we pursue whatever new chapters in our lives are yet to be written." Gisele also addressed her divorce from Tom on her Instagram story, writing, "With much gratitude for our time together, Tom and I have amicably finalized our divorce. My priority has always been and will continue to be our children, whom I love with all my heart. We will continue co-parenting to give them the love, care, and attention they greatly deserve. The decision to end a marriage is never easy, but we have grown apart, and while it is, of course, difficult to go through something like this, I feel blessed for the time we had together, and only wish the best for Tom always." Earlier this year, Tom announced that he would be retiring from football after 22 years. He had a wonderful career, and this time, all he wanted was to spend time with Gisele and their children. However, it was a short-lived retirement because just 40 days later, Tom changed his mind and was back to playing football again. Megyn Kelly, a former Fox News star, revealed the real reason behind their divorce. She said that she had read an exclusive report from Page 6 that the couple had hired divorce lawyers after they got into a massive fight. It was speculated that Gisele was not happy that Tom chose to play another season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kelly's guest, Gad Saad, said that Tom's decision not to retire yet was unlikely to be the reason for their divorce. Statistics prove that couples got divorced for two reasons: financial conflict and infidelity. He added that women's jealousy and anger were more triggered by emotional infidelity than sexual infidelity. It's more hurtful for women when they learn that their husbands or partners have emotional connections with other women. It was easier to accept that their husbands had sexual relations with another woman than to be devoted to someone who was there for them when they felt sad and lonely. He also added that divorce was more imminent when a woman cheated on her man, not because we have a patriarchal society, but because women were deemed to be more emotionally and mentally mature than men. Tom and Gisele's marriage seemed to be more troubled than people thought. It's just more difficult for them because they each have their own priorities. Tom admitted that he was not always there for his family. Gisele expected Tom to be more hands-on in raising their kids. This is a common problem in marriage. Wives wanted their husbands to be their equal partners in looking after their kids, disciplining them, and making sure that they grow up to be good individuals. Raising children isn't easy, and it would take both parents' initiative for children to feel that they're loved. Tom had to learn how to balance his family life and his career without compromising any of his duties. In an episode of the SiriusXM podcast, he admitted that while he loved playing football, many things changed when he had children. "When I was 25, all I did was think about football. That was my life. It was eat, sleep, drink football. It was my profession. It was my career. And then over time, other priorities develop because you change and evolve through life, and you grow in different ways. So you take on these different responsibilities of family and commitment and so forth, and you commit time and energy to those things. You can't stop your life even though sports is happening," he added. "Even though I'm playing in my 23rd year, I have a freshman in high school that is playing football too. I have a 12-year-old that is going through his life. I have a 9-year-old that is going through her life. And I have parents. In his interview with Howard Stern, he opened up about how his lack of attention to his family was starting to cause problems in his marriage. He said, Gisele didn't feel like I was doing my part for the family. She felt like I would play football all season and she would take care of the house. And then all of a sudden, when the season ended, I'd be like, great, let me get into all of my other business activities. Let me get into my football training. And she's sitting there going, well, when are you going to do things for the house? When are you going to take the kids to school and do that? Fans speculated that Tom did not like to be in the house all the time, doing household chores and driving his children to school. He got a taste of what normal fathers did during his 40-day retirement. It was new to him, and probably he didn't want to get used to the idea of being a stay-at-home dad. He announced his decision to forego retirement and return to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for one more season on Twitter and Instagram. He wrote, "These past 2 months, I've realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now. I love my teammates, and I love my supportive family. They make it all possible. I'm coming back for my 23rd season in Tampa. Unfinished business." Fans were criticizing Tom for not being true to his words. They felt bad for Gisele and his children. They were probably the first to jump up and down with joy when he announced his retirement. Finally, they could be with Tom without fighting for his attention. But Tom took back his words and chose his career over his family. Many fans were not surprised anymore by Tom's decision to play again because he had always been like this. Football was more important than anything else in the world. Gisele expressed what she truly felt when her husband was playing football and how it affected them as a family. She said in an interview with Elle, "Obviously, I have my concerns. This is a very violent sport, and I have my children, and I would like him to be more present. I've definitely had those conversations with him over and over again, but ultimately, I feel that everybody has to make a decision that works for them. He needs to follow his joy too. We have to think about what we're doing, have moments that we're really shaping who they are as people. I feel very fulfilled in that way, as a mother and as a wife. I've done my part, which is to be there for Tom. I moved to Boston and I focus on creating a cocoon and a loving environment for my children to grow up in and to be there supporting him in his dreams. Seeing my children succeed and become the beautiful little humans that they are, seeing him succeed and being fulfilled in his career, it makes me happy. At this point in my life, I feel like I've done a good job on that." What irked many fans was that Tom said in one interview that his hardest parenting struggle was his wealth. This caused a stir on the internet because a lot of parents were having financial problems but still managed to be there for their children no matter what. But Tom, with all his money at his disposal, was still having a hard time being a parent just because he had more money now. We have people that clean for us. We have people that make our food. We have people that drive us to the airport if we need that. We get off a plane and there's people waiting there for us and we get ushered in. That's my kid's reality, which is the hard part to say. Guys, this is not the way reality really is. Tom and Gisele had humble beginnings and they did not grow up rich and privileged. We may not understand Tom's perspective, but perhaps being surrounded by so much wealth became an obstacle for him to teach his children what life was like for many people. A lot of people would trade their lives for Tom to experience how difficult it is to provide for a family. Perhaps this is the truth for many wealthy families, because they could afford everything. They felt they had nothing else to do but pursue their passions. They've hired helpers to take care of the kids and drive them anywhere. They have money to buy them anything they want, so Tom felt that there was nothing else he could do. But of course, we could all argue that all he needed to do was attend his children's school activities or be there during family events. But we really had no idea what was going on in their household. Rumors about Tom and Gisele's separation had been going on for months. Sources said that the two were already living separately before they filed for divorce. One insider said that Gisele was done with their marriage. She was upset about it for a long time and it's still difficult, but she feels like she needs to move on. She doesn't believe that her marriage can be repaired. This is a sad tale because everyone expected them to last longer than any celebrity couple, but their marriage did not work out, and no matter how hard it is, they need to move forward, be happy, and remain civil for their children. Let me know your thoughts about Tom and Gisele's divorce. Stay tuned for more videos. Are you not entertained? If you are, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.